Hello, I'm WaffleStick. Welcome back to the single player series. We're on episode 11. It's been 1 year since an official episode in this world, and it's nice to be back. I'm really excited about it. We're in 1.13, had updated the world, and I think the latest project that we had done for an official episode was over in the end for the Enderman farm. We done the sub-chunk Enderman farm. And I had come in here about a half a month ago, done some of the wall decorations for episode 10.5, which was a live stream. But aside from that, I've been doing off-camera projects throughout WayStone Season 3, because I would get bored sometimes, and I would just want to come over into the world and start customizing things. Done some pathway work going up the mountainside, done a bridge, and some other stuff. Big WaffleStick flag up in the distance. I love this thing. I don't know, it's not anything spectacular when it comes to building, but man, I love it. Something about it just fits. So, we are in 1.13, and it's pre-release too, so you might notice some jitters and some chunk loadings. I don't know how this is going to operate for the Nether. Did we get the new textures? Because I never use default. I'm a patron of the guy who created the Faithful texture pack, I think, or he's managing it right now. So I'm waiting for it, but, oh, okay. Oh yeah, I done some Nether hut decoration too. I need to still clear out some of the netherrack up top. I didn't get it all yet, but I'm trying to clear it all out of the bedrock, so I can put some black glass up there. Some interesting design. Whoa, okay, yeah, so this isn't the new textures yet, because I remember the netherrack being crazy looking, really cool. Yeah, it still needs to be optimized a bit, but it's really looking good at this point. It's not gonna be long until the official release comes out. So today, let's go travel. Let's go look around for some of this 1.13 stuff. I want to see if I can get a trident and use that as my main tool. Because the sword's cool and all, but man, how could you pass up a trident? And I spot this guy, but I don't know what he has. Is that a bow? What is it in your hand, good sir? Now, is this something that was added in pre-release too? No, it's a fishing rod. I'm stupid. So I ended up finding the ocean biome generation, and it's really nice. It's really fun. I just went through this little structure underneath the water, found a treasure map, and buried treasure was over that way. And I ended up getting Heart of the Sea, a bunch of emeralds, gold, and iron, and I went over to the Guardian farm that was really close. Now I'm hoping that Elder Guardian doesn't get out. I still got mining fatigue. I'm trying to get rid of it, and I'm going to mine some more. But I'm really hoping that Elder Guardian doesn't get out since I busted a few pieces in his room. But I discovered something. Packed ice. Well, I rediscovered it. Imrouse had told me that they had made this crafting recipe, so you can make packed ice out of 9 ice blocks. That's really useful stuff to know for farmers. That's great. My mining fatigue's really getting on my nerves. So I'm gonna maybe explore a little bit more in this ocean, see if I can find anything interesting, or maybe look to completing this. I think you need, let's see, a conduit. Conduit? No, it doesn't have the crafting recipe. I forgot you gotta unlock it or something. Something stupid. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up online or go into a testing world. I ended up finding one of these ravines, and I didn't think I'd like it so much, but I was wrong. It is actually very fun down here, especially whenever you got those drown coming down through the little jets, and they get sucked down. You get to kill them. You know what? That would be a neat drown farm concept, because you could get the natural drowned, because if you convert them from a zombie spawner, they will not drop the tridents. And this would be a neat technique, but you'd have to figure out some way of having them to rapidly spawn around it. Look at all that kelp floating to the top. Hey there, buddy. Don't get sucked down. He's got a trident. Let's see if we can get that trident from him real quick. I found some nautilus shells too. I've got 3. Now these guys do some damage. Yeah, a heart and a half. And I'm pretty geared right now, too. I'm pretty darn geared. Did you drop your trident? I didn't know if it may have sunk, or if it actually floats itself. I don't see it anywhere, so I guess not. That's unfortunate. Well, that's the end of my fun. I started busting up this Guardian Temple just to get a few of these prism ring blocks that are floating about. And we got a couple of sponges while I was at it, but... And that Elder Guardian has a way of really ruining your fun. Just gonna gather these, and maybe we can get a conduit before the day's episode's done. Oh my god! Why did that scare me so bad? I was not expecting that whatsoever. Oh my god, they are doing a lot of damage. I'm out of here. I was just trying to grind for some gunpowder. Oh, I really don't like phantoms. What's this? Is this a generation above? Phantoms, are you after me still? Is this right? Does this happen? What? Dolphin? This is so weird. What a really weird series of events. I need a tortoise shell if you wouldn't mind. I don't know if I have to kill them for it or what it is. Oh, I've got mining fatigue. Does that affect your attack too? No wonder it was so weird. How long is this to last? 7 seconds? I went back to another Guardian Temple and I got a few more prismarine bricks just for the conduits. And it looks like, ooh, got another boat generation. Let's check this out just real quick. Oh, the new trapdoors. Something we're gonna have to get into too. No more mining fatigue, so we can get in here and check it out. Anything cool? Just a bunch of dolphins invading the area. If I can just get inside of the room that has the good chest in it. I think it may be right here. Could be. In the back side of it? No, I'm totally wrong. Okay, let's rearrange ourselves. I think it's just below decks, maybe? I still gotta get used to 1.13. There's a lot of things to discover. Here we are. Oh, books. Now I have been farming books from villages that I've stopped by. Got a buried treasure map that might be good for another Heart of the Sea. Is there another chest in here somewhere? Thank you, Dolphin, for showing me where it was. Nothing really that fancy here, but I will take some of this paper because I might need it for my stuff, my rockets. So, let me see if I can find this buried treasure real quick. Man, oh man, I'm gonna be rich. Oh my god, this is crazy. Poor chicken. Oh my god. I'm gonna end up being rich in gunpowder since I keep landing and going for creepers. If I cannot even keep these phantoms off of me, that's what I'm really worried about. There's 3 creepers. That's a lot of gunpowder. If we can just kill them in time. Oh, all right. We just destroyed all of my gunpowder. Not nice. And I need to keep looking up into the sky because I'm really afraid he's just going to swoop down and finish me off. I've got to take my armor into consideration because it's wearing down and I don't have mending on it. I need to really get some mending and I really need to heal up before I die. What is that sound? That is the craziest sounding sound. Oh boy. So we did end up making it back to the base. I'm right next to the base, as you can see, and a creeper is stalking me. That's not good. But we do have a conduit. I ended up finding enough Nautilus shells to make 1, but I've still got 2 extra Heart of the Seas. Let's go ahead and try to build this real quick. I'm gonna build this over, and we will improve its effectiveness after we produce some water breathing. Will that effect kick in yet? No, I think you gotta do another strat or that does kick in. Creeper, you just stay over there, man. Like, seriously. He's trolling me. He knows that I'm building something wonderful and he wants to ruin my little trip here, my adventure. I will show you something else I discovered too. Let's just get these last few blocks in. Wrong. There we are. Ooh, it's kicked in now. We're getting the Heart of the Sea, the conduit power. Oh, it's got the heartbeat too. This is one of my favorite sounds in the game. I had done a lot of testing and testing worlds, and I even done an audio clip, and I think I posted it to the WayStone Discord. But I think you could even produce more power by doing like the little struts like this, just going around. I gathered a bunch of this prismarine blocks because I knew it was going to be useful for building conduits. It was nice, just floating in, darting in, stealing a bunch of prismarine until I got mining fatigue 3. And I had to dart out, but that should complete most of the conduit. I don't know if you fill in the rest of the corners if it's more effective, but it seems to be in effect now. I'm gonna remove this packed dice. Now, something I did discover about seagrass. Now, Fos was teaching me about this, but I had taken that you had to place the seagrass and then do bone meal around it. But this isn't the case. You can actually go to a block without seagrass on it and do bone meal, just like grass on regular lands, and create your little seaweed. That is very nice. So I filled in the whole river up next to the bank with all the seagrass and kelp. So I've got some kelp in there. It's still growing. I'm gonna look at maybe farming that soon. conduit is going to be a lot of fun to work with in the future, and we could do some projects underwater. Very nice little piece to have. My first conduit in survival. Whoa, okay, all right. You just, you back up there, good fellow. Yeah, I'm proud of myself. Good adventure today. Primarily in this episode, we've been exploring things that have been included in 1.13. We've got a conduit, we've been doing some bone milling in the ocean, and I've even got some phantom membrane. So you use this stuff to repair your elytra, you get this by killing phantoms, and I think that is a genius item to add into the game, because what if you go to a biome that doesn't have cows, and you have an elytra, but you want to spread your wings and go a long distance? Well, you don't do it because you don't have any cows, and that kind of solves that issue. It's nice. So I'm packing up my little box here. We're going to go over to this other area. I have built some framework for something really cool since we're going right into 1.13 this episode. I have the framing of an aquarium. That's a pretty massive aquarium. I should collect some more quartz. I'm very close to being out. I might have a couple of sacks somewhere. But yes, what I have is sand. We could do like the little bottom piece like this, and it would be like an actual aquarium. So you would see the height variation like this against the glass on the sides. So you know how in like an ant farm you see the variation and level of the terrain? That's sort of what it's going to be like in this. I'm going to be using a white glass, which I put all in a shulker box. We're going to be just lining the sides like this, making it look really nice and fresh. And it's sort of a random object to put out here in the open, but it is my single player survival, so I could sort of do what I want. But I'm hoping this area is going to grow into something cool. And of course, my phone goes off every time I record or live stream. It's becoming a nuisance, seriously, I'm sorry. Normally for these type of things, I'd be doing a time lapse, but with the release of 1.13, I have a lack of amenities, so I do not have replay mod, and I cannot do time lapses, unfortunately. And I'm missing my Optifine very much. I love Optifine. I love my little Optifine cape and the zoom. Let's see if we can just place these few here. Now I'm just going to see what this looks like whenever the sand is huddled up against the glass. That looks nice. It looks very natural, but it looks sort of unnatural when you're looking at it without glass in front of it. I don't know, it's really strange, and it's sort of like the non-connected texture, but I think the connected texture would look even better. I'm not sure how many of you noticed, but there is an archway going through the aquarium so that we can go out the other side. I just thought that'd be a nice touch, because whenever we come into this area, there's really no obvious path to get around this except for going that side, and I wanted a much more grand entrance into something new. So maybe have a bridge going across this little ravine here. I have done some minor decoration in the water just to make it look like it's part of the natural generation now. I think I even put some magma blocks over in this direction. Oh, there's some salmon. I've been looking for salmon because I have a bunch of cod, but I need to get the salmon just to throw in some color, some reds. And I wonder if it's possible to get a turtle in there from like placing a turtle egg. I'm not sure. I don't know anything about the turtles. I'm going to have to figure that one out. I don't think you can get the tortoise shell by killing them. I think there's some other method of getting it. I'm not sure because I never got a tortoise shell. I wanted one. I wanted one of those tortoise helmets. So little magma blocks for the little bubble effects. Not necessarily the greatest thing to swim in because it will drag you down. But nice little aesthetic, you know, here and there, little bubbles popping in. Just thought it looked good. And I was also thinking maybe a diagonal bridge would be cool if it just weren't so darn awkward in that corner and going up the hill. So like right here, what if we could do some kind of fork? Well, maybe it's just set up for a perfectly straight bridge. Honestly, I just keep looking at it. I want to do a diagonal bridge, but I don't think this is the best place to do it. Now I was looking over on the left hand side of the aquarium. That could be something cool because there's some flat land up there. If I can get a better view here. I even done this side with some bone mill. It's crazy how easy it is to amp up the aesthetics of the water now. It's just taking bone mill and just going crazy with it, clicking everywhere. But this would be an excellent spot for a diagonal bridge, going straight across, going over to that little flat zone, and then maybe doing something in the mountainside there. But aquarium is halfway done. Let's go ahead and finish it up, put some water in it, and see how many fish we can cram into this bad boy. Yep. I'm a big sucker when it comes to seagrass. It looks so good, and you can just bone mill it anywhere. It even goes onto spruce planks, any blocks pretty much, and even onto glowstone, which is a really nice touch. But I had still 2 families of fish, but I have a slightly concerning issue. I am in love with a fish. This texture looks so awesome. I mean, They use checkered patterns to represent skulls, and I think they did such a good job with that. And that red color really is beautiful. Now, I did bone mill the other side. I'm trying to detail the inside of the tank just a little bit, and just so that way it will be here. I need to do some of these taller grass, seagrass blocks, and I need to get out of here because I am about to drown. But that looks to be all of my bone mill. So let's try to get out of here. There we are. Let's block this bad boy up and take a look from the outside. Whoops, I would do that. Let me block this up. So I'm going to be doing more detailing work on the outside later on, but for now, this should suffice for this episode, because primarily we were just discovering things. These trees are looming uncomfortably close to my aquarium, so I thought this would be a good opportunity to show you, if you're new to 1.13, the stripped log. So you can right click with an axe and it will transform it into this, which is a building block. And I figured out a little technique that would help you that makes it go much faster. If you just hold down your right click as you mine trees, it will automatically transform them for you. I just discovered this. Much easier to take down trees. I didn't know this. Maybe a lot of you do. But I thought this would be a really good application for a fence or a wall. So like back in the Frontier days, you used to see those big fences, and they sort of had that variation of stripped logs and logs. It was a neat little design, and I thought maybe putting these behind it would just be a neat touch for over here. And I'm going to detail this just a little bit more, either on stream on twitch.tv/MrWaffleStick, or I might do another video. I'm not sure. This seems to be more of a stream project, but yeah, it's definitely going to need some love and care. I've just kind of put them up, and then this is going to be our diagonal bridge going across this. But not really sure how this episode ended up being a building project, but you know, it's nice to just kind of take a break and look at some of the other blocks that are in the game now. Strip logs are going to change a lot of things when it comes to building. I've noticed this because Pixel Brew, a WayStone member now that's going to be participating in Season 4, he showed me that you can use acacia wood and strip the bark and then use it as like flooring, which is a really cool technique. The pathway work with the stripped logs, so it looks really nice. I'm going to probably end up doing this kind of thing over here. I mean, just kind of give you an idea. That looks really good. That is really fresh looking. And I'm going to be detailing the aquarium. So it's very basic right now. I just wanted to throw up the structure, get the fish in, and maybe we can get a dolphin. I don't know if a dolphin's going to fit in there. That's going to be crammed. But we'll put something else in there, like maybe a turtle, if we can. I'm not absolutely sure how this all works, but I would assume that the turtle would be much easier with the egg. So I would say project primarily complete. And discovering 1.13 things. Oh, we got that one in the bag. We did pretty good on that. Recently, I've had a lot of people to ask me, Waffle, are you going to be switching to Twitch? No, this is not true. I'm going to be keeping YouTube as my main platform, but I am going to be streaming all on Twitch. There's not going to be any more streaming on YouTube. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you might want to go follow me on Twitch. But, you know, it's a good place to go from patrons, or if I wanted to chill with you guys and do some builds or play some minigames. I mean, it's just fun to stream sometimes. I'm going to collect up some of this mossy cobble just to have in the background. And I think I'm pretty much done with this episode. We pretty much went through everything that's extra in 1.13. We didn't get to see the good stuff like the trident, but I looked for it. I tried. But I think that's going to be about it for this episode, guys. Hope you enjoy watching. We'll see you next episode, either if it's this or the WayStone. And I wanted to say I'm sorry for the lack of content. I've just been sort of in limbo because of the WayStone Season 4 arrival. You guys have a fantastic day. See you later.